our beloved principal, Mrs. Dolores P. Oliveros, to the head teachers, master teachers, parents, students and pupils of the Langsora Integrated School in the high school and the elementary department, a pleasant day to all of you. I am Fiona May J. Rica.
And I am Tricia May SU, and we will be your hosts in today's Wash in Schools webinar. Let's start with the singing of the Philippine National Anthem, followed by the opening prayer, which will be led by Lorica Gabriel C. Pancan of Grade 9 Advanced.
Ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang mag-ibig, helas ng sinakanan, alam ng puso, sa dikit mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyak ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisigil, sa nagagang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong pagaw, ay hinatang tulad, awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nagtitindig, pakituwin at araw niya kailan ang may di magtitindig. Luman ang araw ng walhagit pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang inigaya ng pagkay mga amin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Dear Father, we praise and we glorify you. We thank you for this day. Thank you for the presence of everyone in this webinar. Thank you for allowing us to gather virtually and giving us the opportunity to still learn despite of the pandemic. We ask for your guidance so that the activities in this webinar will be successful. May you enlighten our minds in every discussion and make us understand everything that will be shared by our resource speaker. Give us the grace of understanding, wisdom, cooperation, and peace in fulfilling our responsibilities, so that we may effectively do our part, all for your greater glory. All this we ask in Jesus' name, Amen.
To formally start the program and to welcome all of us, let us welcome our beautiful and brilliant principal, Mrs. Dolores P. Oliveros, for her opening remarks. Let us give her a virtual round of applause.
Isang magandang buhay sa lahat ng stakeholders. Ang DepEd Wins program na nasa DepEd Order No. 10, Series 2016, Policy and Guidelines on the Comprehensive Water, Sanitation and Hygiene in Schools ay naglalayo na mapaunlad ang pagkakaroon ng sapat at malinis na water supply, nagagamit na toilets at epektibong pagsusulong ng personal hygiene o kalinisan sa pangkalahatan, lalo na sa mga mag-aaral upang makamit ang mataas na pagkatuto. Kaligtasan lalo na sa mga sakit at pagkakaroon ng malinis at kaiga-igayang kapaligiran upang lalo pang maganyak ang mga batang mag-aaral na linangin ang kanilang kakayahan at kasanayan sa mga asignatura. Sa panahon ng pandemya, mas lalo pang pinaiigting ang WINS program lalo na't magkatuwang ang mga guro at mga magulang sa pagpapalaganap ng tamang kalinisan at kaalaman sa pagpapanatili ng kalinisan lalo na sa tahanan. Lalo pang magagabayan ng mga magulang ang mga mag-aaral sa wastong paggamit ng toilet at washing facilities. Masisigurado ang tamang pagtatapon ng mga basura at paghihiwalay ng biodegradable at non-biodegradable o recyclable materials sa paggabay ng mga magulang. Sa new normal na home-based learning ay mas mapag-iibayo ang kaalaman sa mga basic at doable health interventions para maisulong ang kalinisan at pag-iwas sa mga sakit. Magkakaroon ng webinars ang ating paaralan upang magbigay ng mga karagdagang impormasyon tungkol sa WINS program. Hinihimo ko ang mga guro, lalo na ang mga magulang at mag-aaral, na patuloy na suportahan at isagawa ang mga activities sa ilalim ng WINS program. Ang tamang paghuhugas ng kamay, pagsisipilyo, tamang pagtatapon ng basura, kasama na rin ang wastong pagsasagawa ng deworming sa paggabay ng mga health workers, pagpapalaganap ng menstrual hygiene, at syempre ang pagkakaroon ng tamang nutrisyon para lumakas ang immune system lalo na sa panahon ngayon. Sa programang WINS, panalo tayo.
Thank you so much po, Ma'am Oliveros. Indeed, we are so lucky to have you because you are always there to support us. Agree ka ba dyan, Fiona?
I couldn't agree with you more, Trisha. Our principal is not only very supportive to all our activities, she is also an inspiration to all of us. And speaking of inspiration, to inspire us with her words and to give us a message on behalf of Queen's Elementary Department, let us all welcome our energetic chairman of Queen's Elementary Department, Mrs. Jonah S. Dono.
Sa ating pinagpipitaga ng punong guro, Ginang Dolores P. Oliveros, mga kapwa ko guro, mga magulang, at mga mag-aral ng paaralang integradong Tandangsora. Isang mapagpala at ligtas na araw sa ating lahat. Ako po, si John S. Dono, ang chairperson ng Wash in Schools. Ang programa ito ay nakabatay sa DepEd Order No. 10, Series of 2016. Sa kabila ng kinaharap nating pandemya, kami po ay patuloy na humihikayat sa lahat ay pagpatuloy ang hygiene practices gaya ng toothbrushing at hand washing, gayon din ang paggamit ng face mask, face shield at alcohol, pati na rin ang waste segregation. Kami po ay patuloy na naghahanap pa rin ng mga may mabubuting puso para tumulong sa proyekto ng ating paaralan kaugnay ng Brigada Eskwela. Isa na rito ang pagkakaroon ng dagdag na wash facility at mga kagamitan gaya ng IEC materials, mga sabon, disinfectant. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much, Miss Jonah S. Dono. And before we introduce our resource person, you will be seeing first the SPG officers for a very special number. Actually, they will be dancing the dance craze of the WINS program, which is the hand washing dance. And we would like to formally announce that we are going to have the family hand washing dance later. Kaya heto naman, panoorin natin at aralin ang hand washing dance.
Basain ng tubig mga braso at kamay, sabunin ang mga ito, pati ikabaw at pahikan. Paulit-ulit itong gawin kahit 20 segundo lang, panlawang mabuti at sa kapahanginan. dalawang mabuti at sa kapahanginan. Itaas sa hangin ang inyong mga kamay, isa, dalawa, tatlo, at tumaway-taway. Ganyan ang malinis na mga kamay, daan sa malusog at maunlad na buhay. Itaas sa hangin ang inyong mga kamay, isa, dalawa, tatlo, at tumaway-taway. Ganyan ang malinis na mga kamay, daan sa malusog at maunlad na buhay. Basahin ng tubig mga braso at kamay, sabunin ang mga ito, pati ibabaw at pagitan. Pakulit-ulit itong gawin kahit 20 segundo lang, dalawang mabuti at sa kapahanginan. Itaas sa hangin ang inyong mga kamay, isa, dalawa, tatlo, at tumaway-taway. Ganyan ang malinis na mga kamay, daan sa malusog at maunlad na buhay. Basahin ng tubig mga braso at kamay, sabunin ang mga ito, pati ibabaw at pagitan. Pakulit-ulit itong gawin kahit 20 segundo lang, dalawang mabuti at sa kapahanginan. Itaas sa hangin ang inyong mga kamay, isa, dalawa, tatlo, at tumaway-taway. Ganyan ang malinis na mga kamay, daan sa malusog at maunlad na buhay. Itaas sa hangin ang inyong mga kamay, isa, dalawa, tatlo, at tumaway-taway. Ganyan ang malinis na mga kamay, daan sa malusog at maunlad na buhay.
Ayan. O Trisha, nakasabay ka ba? Ready ka na ba mamaya? Pati ako ay napapaindak sa mga galawan ng ating SPG officers. Excited na ako para sa Family Hand Washing Dance Challenge mamaya, pero mas excited na akong makinig sa ating resource speaker. Kaya wag na nating patagalin pa. To introduce our resource speaker, here is Mrs. Suya G. Alejandro, Cleaning Teacher of the High School Department and the Assistant Coordinator of the Wash in Schools High School Department.
Ever supportive principal, head teachers, master teachers, parents, and students, good day. Today I am tasked to introduce our guest speaker. Our guest speaker graduated Bachelor of Science in Nursing at Our Lady of Fatima University. Ranked 6 out of 658 graduates of batch 2013. Served as the personal nurse of Secretary Leonor Magtoles Briones in 2020. Currently employed as a public health nurse in SDO Caloocan and the school-based immunization program focal person. Ladies and gentlemen, Nurse Tin Gutierrez.
Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Nurse Tin, isa sa mga nurses ng School Health and Nutrition Section. At ngayong araw po, atin po pag-uusapan ang isa sa mga flagship programs ng ating Okay sa DepEd o Oplan Kalusugan sa DepEd. At yun po ay ang WINS o Wash in Schools. At dahil po ngayong panahon ng pandemya, wala po tayong face-to-face classes. So, ang ating pong program na dapat ginagawa sa school ay dadalhin natin sa ating mga tahanan. Kaya ang tawag po ng ating discussion for this today ay Wins at Home. Bringing home wash in schools to combat the transmission of COVID-19 within the household. So yan, syempre, unang-una, meron tayong few reminders, 'di ba? Alam ko kabisado niyo na 'to dahil higit isang taon na po tayo dito sa ating pong pandemya. Sabi diyan, stay home, save lives, help stop coronavirus. So, merong 5 reminders dyan. Unang-una ay, stay home as much as you can. Diba tayo, kung hindi natin kailangan lumabas, kung hindi importante yung dahilan ng ating paglabas, we have to stay home. Especially yung ating po mga anak o yung mga bata na kasama natin sa bahay kasi sila po yung mga taong walang bakuna. Diba? So, kung hindi importante, wag na po natin silang isasama sa labas o wag na po natin silang payagan na lumabas. Pangalawa, keep a safe distance, 'di ba? Social distancing po, 1 to 2 meters. Palagi natin 'to i-practice lalong-lalo na kung tayo po ay nasa public places. Pangatlo, wash hands often. O 'di ba? Number 3, wash 'yun. So, isa 'yan sa mga i-discuss natin for this morning. Palagi tayong maghugas ng kamay. So, kung wala naman tayong sabon o tubig na malapit sa atin, maaari po tayong gumamit ng alcohol or hand sanitizers. Number 4, cover your mouth. Diba? Ito po yung ating proper coughing etiquette. So, paano ba yung proper coughing etiquette natin? Pwede dito, sa loob ng kwelyo, o kaya dito po. Ayan. So, number 5, sick. Ibig sabihin, kung meron ba tayong nararamdamang simptomas, ang pinakamagandang gawin po natin dyan ay tumawag sa ating mga doktor o sa ating pong mga barangay health workers nang sa gayon ay maaari po tayo ma-schedule for swab test or makapag-suggest sila kung ano ba yung mga dapat nating gawin. So, hindi ako magtatakal ng matagal dyan. Few reminders lang po yan. Kasi nga, one of the purposes po ng talk natin is to combat COVID-19 within our household. Siyempre, dapat natin malaman ano ba yung wash in schools, yung WINS program natin. So, yung wash na yan, may ibig sabihin pa siya. So, yung water, sanitation, and hygiene in schools. So, yun po yung meaning ng wash natin, WINS. A school-based program that promotes correct hygiene and sanitation practices through education and provision of standards for safe water and appropriate sanitation facilities. So, yan po yung nakapaloob sa programa o dun sa isa sa mga flagship programs nga natin na Wash in Schools. Yan. So, sabi dyan, meron po tayong 5 key elements ng WINS. Unang-una, yung water, sanitation, hygiene, health education, at deworming. So, isa-isahin po natin ano-ano ba yung mga key elements na yan. Unang-una ay yung water. So, meron po tayong dalawang types ng water. Unang-una ay ang safe drinking water. Ano ba yung safe drinking water? Anong ibig sabihin niya? Safe drinking water is water intended for human consumption or for use in food preparation and related processes. So, ito nga daw po yung ating iniinom or ginagamit natin sa pagluluto ng ating mga pagkain. So, ano ba yung dapat na itsura ng safe drinking water? Ano ba yung dapat natin ma-observe sa para ma-consider siya na safe drinking water? Siyempre, unang-una, dapat ito ay clear. Diba? Kapag nakita natin na iba na yung kulay, ibig sabihin nun ay madumi na siya. So, ito po, again, itong discussion natin ay hindi lang po ito para sa school, kundi para sa ating mga tahanan. So, ito po dapat ino-observe din natin siya sa ating mga bahay. Yan. Pangalawa, does not have objectionable taste, odor, and color. Siyempre, tayo gamitin po natin yung ating mga senses. Kung pagkainom natin ng tubig, meron siya ibang lasa o may iba kayong naaamoy at kung yung kulay niya ay hindi siya clear, yun. So, dapat maging cautious tayo sa mga ganong bagay. Number 3, it's free from harmful organisms, chemicals, and radioactive materials. So, ito naman mga bagay na to ay na-observe natin just by simply yung gamit nga yung ating mga senses, di ba? Sa observation, sa smelling. So, madali nating ma-determine kung ano ba yung safe drinking water. So, ayan, what do I need to do? Number 1 is make safe drinking water available at all times. So, sa ating po mga schools, nung tayo po ay merong face-to-face classes at ngayon po ay ang ating tatargetin, di ba? Yung ating pag-back to school, di ba? Yung pagbalik eskwela natin. So, dapat, ang number 1 dyan ay dapat available at all times. Hindi po sinabi na available sometimes. Ang sabi dyan ay at all times. So, di ba tayo din sa bahay natin, yan yung unang-unang bagay na sinisecure natin ang tubig. Kasi mawala na ng kuryente, wag lang mawala ng tubig. what more kung safe drinking water, di ba? Kailangan ng tao ang safe drinking water. So, pangalawa, monitor water quality. So, paano ba natin monitor yung water quality natin? Sa ating pong schools, meron pong binibigay ng mga certifications. Yung, for example, Maynila, nagpapatest po ang ating mga schools to make sure na yung tubig po na available sa mga faucet ay potable o pwede po siyang inumin. So, ganun din sa ating mga tahanan, di ba? Ang ating pong Maynilad o yung mga water provider natin, most of the time ay nagko-conduct na sila ng sarili nilang studies, especially yung mga tubig na binibili po natin sa mga yung mga mineral water, yung alkaline water. So, 'di ba, ang isa sa mga requirements sa kanila ay meron silang health certificate o sanitation permit. So, yun, kailangan palagi natin i-check yun. Hindi tayo basta-basta bumibili lang sa kung saan-saang shop na meron. Yan. Ano ba yung kahalagahan nun? Kasi napakarami po mga waterborne diseases o yung mga sakit na nakukuha sa maduming tubig, sa pag-inom ng maduming tubig. So ayan, there are many diseases that are related to unsafe water, including diarrhea, cholera, dysentery, typhoid, jaundice, worms, schistosomiasis, and guinea worm. So 'di ba, usually common talaga to sa atin na tayo nga makainom lang ng tubig na hindi tayo sanay, nagkakaroon na tayo ng diarrhea, 'di ba? So yun lang yung isa sa mga mild, pero paano kaya kung magkaroon tayo ng yung mga severe na mga diseases dahil lang sa pag-inom mo ng hindi potable na water. So aside from that, pwede rin po magkaroon ng skin diseases. Skin diseases can also occur when people do not have enough water to wash themselves regularly. So, 'di ba, nagagamit din siya talaga sa hygiene yung tubig kasi pag tayo hindi nakakaligo, nagiging prone tayo sa bacteria, sa viruses sa pagpasok sa loob ng katawan natin. So, yun, 'di ba, napakahalaga na water is available at all times. At the same time, the water quality is safe for human consumption. Yan. So, ito yung another type ng water. Ito yung mga water for cleaning, washing, and other purposes. And ensuring regular supply of water allows learners to properly conduct daily hygiene activities, for girls to attend to their menstrual hygiene needs, and for keeping washing and sanitation facilities clean and functional. So, sa ating po mga schools, yan po ang isa sa mga requirement para po makapasa sa ating WINS, 'di ba? Na kailangan meron ding regular supply of water. Kasi nga ang more than half ng araw ng ating po mga mag-aaral ay na-spend sa loob ng classroom. So napakahalaga na meron tayong water supply, regular water supply. So ganun din sa ating po mga tahanan, 'di ba? Ang hirap-hirap kaya kapag walang tubig. 'Di ba? Pang-flush po ng ating mga CR, panghugas ng pinggan. So, ang water ay ginagamit po natin sa lahat ng bagay. Hindi lang sa school, kundi mahigit na po, lalo na sa ating mga tahanan. Ayan. Ways of preventing germs from getting into water. So, ito daw yung mga paraan kung paano natin may iwasan na madumihan yung mga tubig natin sa ating mga tahanan at sa ating mga schools. Unang-una, do use a clean container for storing water. Number 2, do cover the storage container with a lid and always replace the lid after using the water. Yan yung usual na nakakalimutan yung tinatakpan po yung ating mga water container kasi kapag hindi po natatakpan yung mga water container, kadalasan doon nagbi-breed yung mga insects, 'di ba? Doon sila nagbi-breed, yung pa yung nagiging cause ng iba't ibang mga sakit gaya ng dengue kasi namumugad na dun yung mga vectors ng mga sakit na yun. So, sunod, do use a narrow-mouthed container to prevent dipping cups or hands into the water. Ayan, ang sabi dyan, use narrow-mouthed container kasi di ba, kesa naman sasalukin natin siya gamit yung ating mga baso o kaya yung kamay mismo sa tubig. Kasi kapag yung kamay na natin o yung mismong baso natin ang ginamit natin doon, so nako-contaminate natin yung buong lalagyan, lahat ng tubig doon. Ayan. Do pour water from the storage container rather than dipping. So yung dipping, di ba yung pagsalok? So mas ideal na ibubuhos na lang natin yung tubig mula sa container kesa sa magsasalok tayo ng tubig. Yan. Don't let flies, dust, dirt, or other objects fall in the water. Next, don't dip anything, hands, cups, ladles, or clothes in the storage container. So, yun nga, mas ideal yung binubuhos rather than yung may sinasalok tayo o may sinasawsaw tayo sa tubig. Next is, don't put leftover water back into the storage container. Don't leave the water storage container uncovered and don't touch water for drinking. So, yun lang naman siya. Yun lang naman yung mga ways kung paano natin mape-prevent yung germs na papunta sa ating water. Yan. So 'di ba, 5 yung key elements ng WINS natin. Unang-una yung water. Ang pangalawa doon ay sanitation. So, sabi, ano ba yung under sa sanitation? All schools shall have adequate, clean, functional, safe, and accessible toilet facilities. Maintain cleanliness and safety in the immediate vicinity of school premises through school-based solid waste management, proper drainage, and elimination of all possible breeding grounds for mosquitoes to prevent vector-borne diseases and ensure safety in food handling and preparation. So, ayan, di ba, nakalagay dyan na talagang dapat meron tayong adequate, clean, functional, safe, and accessible toilet facilities. So, yan po ang isa sa mga requirements sa ating mga schools. And I understand na ngayon pong Brigada Eskwela, especially sa ating po mga stakeholders, napakahalaga po na bigyan pansin natin yung sanitation, yung pagkakaroon po ng proper toilet facility sa ating po mga mag-aaral. Though wala pa po tayong face-to-face, pero lahat ng gagawin po natin ngayon ay in preparation para sa pagdating ng panahon na tayo ay magbabalik eskwela na. Yan. So, wag nating hayaan na mapabayaan natin yung itong WINS natin, 'di ba? Yung sanitation, yung toilet facilities natin. Yan. Yan. What facilities do I need? Ano ba yung mga bagay na kailangan natin for it to be considered na functional toilet facility? Syempre, unang-una ang toilet bowl. 'Di ba? Kasi hindi siya magiging toilet kung wala siyang toilet bowl. Ayan. Next is hand washing facility. So, ideally, bawat restroom po natin ay merong hand washing facility. Next po ay water supply. Of course, na-discuss na po natin yung kahalagahan ng water supply. Next is doors. Doors and locks. Diba yung kasunod niya? Doors and locks. Of course, ang ating pong toilet kailangan ay nakakapag-provide tayo ng privacy, sense of security sa taong gumagamit ng toilet. Yan. Next is floor. Kailangan po ay naka-tiles, 'di ba? Para ma-clean siya tingnan, mas madali ring linisin. Next po ay septic tank. Of course, lahat po ng waste natin kailangan ay merong proper na pinagpupuntahan. So kailangan functional po yung ating septic tank, well maintained. Yeah. Next is wrapping materials in girls' toilets. So ito po ay kasama po siya sa ating menstrual hygiene na program. So, required po ang lahat ng schools na meron tayong mga papers, wrapping materials para sa mga used na napkins. So, ganun din syempre sa ating mga bahay. Sana natuturuan natin kung paano ang ating mga kasamahan sa bahay, ang ating mga mag-aaral na ma-practice po yun sa ating mga tahanan. Of course, trash bins. Kasi lahat ng waste na magagamit natin or mapuproduce natin ay kailangan merong trash bins. And of course, dapat segregated yung trash bins natin. Proper segregation. Next is wall and lighting and ventilation. So, it goes hand in hand po sa safety and security na mapoprovide natin sa gagamit po ng toilet. So, para sa ating po mga stakeholders, lahat po yan ay pwede po nating maitulong sa ating po mga schools. And at the same time, of course, dapat gamitin natin yan, yung checklist na yan sa ating mismong mga tahanan. Kung kumpleto ba yung mga bagay na yan sa ating mga bahay. Yan, solid waste management. It is a complete system of recovering waste that can still be of use and is a strategy within school-based solid waste management. It may include, number 1, segregation of solid waste by learners and teachers. Yan, di ba, nakikita natin dyan, meron pong 4 na containers dyan. May mga schools na 3 lang po yung ginagamit. Pwedeng yung mga nabubulok, hindi nabubulok, yung mga recyclables. Meron din namang, gaya po dyan sa illustration natin na may merong para sa lata, merong para sa glass, meron para sa paper. So, depende po, as long as segregated po yung ating mga waste. Sa ating mga bahay, maganda rin po na i-practice natin yan kasi sabi nga nila, pag ang bagay ay ginagawa mo for 21 days, pag pinapractice mo siya, nasasama na siya sa yung everyday life. Kumbaga parang nagiging natural na sa'yo yun, yung gawain na yun. So kung ang ating po mga anak o mag-aaral ay natitrain natin sa ating mga bahay, pagpasok nila sa school, master na nila yung segregation. Ayan. Number 2, collection and handling of segregated solid waste. So sa ating po mga schools, meron po mga schedule na kung kailan kukunin yung mga basura. And I believe sa ating po mga bahay, ganun din, di ba? Yung may schedule din yung barangay kung kailan sila mangongolekta ng basura. Number 3, storing the segregated waste into a materials recovery facility or MRF and disposal of residual waste. And from the MRF, waste can be reused or sold to recycling companies to generate resources for school programs. Diba yan po yung MRF natin, yung nakikita natin na malaking yung kulay green usually na plastic, tapos may mga nakalagay doon sa loob ng mga bote. So, ganun po yung ginagawa niyang mga schools, nakakapag-generate pa siya ng resources kapag nabenta yung laman ng MRF na yun. Yan. So, tapos na tayo sa unang dalawa, yung water and sanitation. Doon na tayo sa pangatlo, yung hygiene. So, what is hygiene? Hygiene is conditions or practices conducive to maintaining health and preventing disease, especially through cleanliness. Ano ba yung objective ng hygiene natin? All learners shall perform supervised daily group hand washing with soap and toothbrushing with fluoride. While a system and support mechanism for effective menstrual hygiene management shall be ensured in all schools. So kung mapapansin niyo po, lahat ng schools ngayon, meron na sila yung mahabang hand washing facility. Kasi yan po ay isa sa mga requirement po ng WINS natin. Na kailangan once a day, nakalagay dyan, daily group hand washing. Kailangan once a day ay sabay-sabay pong naghuhugas ng kamay with soap and water ang ating po mga mag-aaral. So, itong panahon ng pandemya ay napakagandang opportunity, di ba, para makapagpagawa tayo ng mga bagong facilities para sa ating school. Nang sa gayon ay pagbalik ng ating mga anak o mag-aaral, di ba, ang saya-saya na makita ulit sila na sabay-sabay sila naghuhugas ng kanilang kamay. And at the same time, ito pong activity na to ay hindi lang para makapag-comply sa WINS, pero naiiwasan yung transmission ng mga kung ano-anong mga sakit. Di ba? Yung isa sa mga reminders natin is wash hands often. So, ayan, napakaganda na mapapractice po yan ng ating mga mag-aaral. What activities do I need to do? So, unang-una, daily group hand washing. So, yun na nga yung sinasabi ko because it is recognized as the most important step in avoiding illness and preventing the spread of germs. So, di ba, alam kong praktisado na po tayo dyan sa paghuhugas ng kamay. Di ba, lalabas tayo, pag uwi, maghuhugas ng kamay. Hindi lang basta ng tubig, may sabon. Di ba? Napakahalaga nun. And sunod ay, daily group toothbrushing. Toothache impacts on food intake because eating is painful. It disrupts sleep, negatively impacts quality of life, and is the main reason for absenteeism in school. 'Di ba? Tayo kahit naman tayo mga matatanda, pag kahit isang pirasong ngipin lang ang masakit, parang buong pagkatao mo yung masakit. 'Di ba? Ganon din sa ating mga mag-aaral o sa ating mga anak, 'di ba? Kaya napakahalaga na i-practice natin sila ng hand washing at toothbrushing. So for the meantime, habang hindi pa sila pwede mag face-to-face classes, every day turuan natin ang ating mga anak na maghugas ng kamay. Pagkatapos maghugas ng kamay ay mag-toothbrush. Yan. How to wash your hands. Alam niyo na rin to, pero pasadahan natin. Ayan, number 1, apply soap, create lather, and rub all surfaces for 20 seconds. 'Di ba sabi nga, ideally po talaga ay dapat matapos mo yung dalawang happy birthday na kanta. Pero ngayon, para po sa wins natin, kasi nga group hand washing to, 'di ba? Na may mga next batch na kailangan maghugas. So at least 20 seconds, pwede na po yun. Next, rub palms together and interlace fingers. Ayan, nandyan, kita-kita nyo naman po. Rub the backs of fingers and fingertips against the opposite palm. Number 4, grasp the thumb and rub with twisting motion. Repeat for the other thumb. Number 5, rub left palm against the back of the right hand and vice versa. Number 6, rinse hands with running water. Ayan. May note dyan na dry hands in the air. Do not use a towel. Towels become a source of infection after the first use. O, di ba? Yan yung usual na pagkakamali na ginagawa natin. Yung pagkatapos natin maghugas ng kamay, pinupunas din natin doon sa pinakamalapit na bimpo o basahan na meron sa atin. So, nadidefeat yung function o yung reason kung bakit tayo naghugas ng kamay. So, dry hands in the air. Ganyan-ganyan lang. Yan, how to brush your teeth. Alam ko, master nyo na rin to kasi syempre araw-araw tayo ay nagtutoothbrush. Tama ba? Nagtutoothbrush ba tayong lahat araw-araw? Ayan, so yan, sabi dyan, if you're using a tube of toothpaste, squeeze a pea-sized amount onto the toothbrush. Pero for adults po, mas ideal na yung, kung gaano kahaba yung toothbrush mo, ganon karami yung toothpaste mo. Ayan. Yan. Sabi dyan, number 2, there's no need to rinse the mouth before brushing. Brush all teeth, especially your molars, for 2 minutes. Ako personally talaga nagmumumug muna ako bago mag-brush eh. Kasi iba yung feeling kapag parang gusto ko yung mabulang-mabula. Ayan. Pero sabi dyan, kahit na hindi ka na magmumug bago mag-toothbrush ay okay na okay yun. And brush for 2 minutes. Number 3, spit the toothpaste out. Do not rinse your mouth. O, diba? Yan yung usual na pagkakamali na ginagawa natin. Dahil tayo pagkatapos mag-toothbrush ay nagmumumog ng tubig. Pero, diba, kung mapapanood natin sa mga pelikula sa ibang bansa, diba, toothbrush lang sa ganyan, walang bula, tas dudura lang, yun na yun. So, yun pala talaga yung ideal. Dapat hindi tayo magmumumog ng tubig pagkatapos mag-toothbrush. Kasi ang purpose nun ay para ma-retain yung fluoride content na meron doon sa mga toothpaste natin. So, dapat hindi tayo mag-rinse ng mouth. Number 4, wipe your mouth using your hands with some water. Number 5, rinse your toothbrush with clean water. Number 6, feel with your tongue if all teeth are smooth and clean. O, di ba ang ganda ng ngipin ng bata dyan? Tapos number 7, return your toothbrush to the toothbrush holder. So, sa ating po mga schools, meron po silang mga toothbrush holders. So, for sure, sa ating po mga bahay, meron din po tayong mga toothbrush holders. So, yun lang naman po. And sana itong information na to ay ma-share natin, lalong-lalo na sa ating po mga anak na kasama sa bahay. Ayan. Ayan. Meron din po tayong pointers for the rest space and or changing room. Ito po ay yung para sa menstrual hygiene management natin or MHM na tinatawag. So, sa ating pong schools, I know most schools ay meron na talaga nito. Nag-allocate na sila ng changing room or rest space. Ito po ay para sa mga batang babae na nakaka-experience po ng menstrual pain. Ayan. This could be the school clinic or a designated appropriate space in the school. So, syempre, the rest space must be secure, private, and comfortable. Ayan. The rest space can also be used as changing room. Ayan. Sabi dyan, if the rest space is not suitable as changing room, a cubicle in the toilet for girls can be assigned as changing room. So, ideally po talaga kapag tinawag natin na rest space ay meron po siyang sarili niyang toilet. Kasi nga, para sa pagpapalit po ng mga napkins or whatever na kailangan ng mga babaeng estudyante kapag sila ay merong menstruation. Next po ay sanitary pads and hot compresses are ideally available in the rest space. So, so far naman po sa paglilibot ko ng mga schools, ang mga ating mga clinic teachers po ay nagpo-provide ng napkins, sanitary pads sa ating po mga students at most of them din ay merong hot compress. And, changing rooms should have wrapping materials and a trash bin with cover. So, used sanitary pads can be properly disposed. Diba? Kasi yun yung diniscuss natin kanina na ang mga requirements sa ating mga toilet facilities. So, yun. Health education. Ayan, ito na, di ba? Yung water, sanitation, hygiene, and health education. So, access of students to correct knowledge and understanding of the importance of proper hygiene and sanitation practices is ensured. Ayan, naka-read din dyan na information or educational materials on the WINS program are provided to program implementers, teachers, and students. So, kung sa ating po mga schools, meron po tayong mga IEC materials o yun yung mga nakadikit sa mga pader na nakalagay na o ganito ang tamang paghuhugas ng kamay, ganito ang proper toothbrushing, tapos mga reminders na dapat palagi maghugas ng kamay. So, yun po, dapat accessible po itong mga information na to sa ating mga mag-aaral. Yan. Policy, so nandun na tayo sa last, which is yung deworming. Diba yun sa 5 key elements natin, number 5 po ang deworming. Policy objective for deworming. DepEd Order number 10, series of 2016. At least 85% of all students shall be dewormed semi-annually. So pag semi-annually, ibig sabihin 2 beses po. Sa ating school calendar, ginagawa po yung deworming natin tuwing July para sa first dose. Tapos sa second dose po natin ay January ng sumunod na taon. Ayan. Ngayon po, dahil nga tayo ay nasa pandemya at walang face-to-face classes, tayo po ay pwedeng pumunta sa ating mga health center. Dahil libre po ang gamot for deworming, hindi lang po para sa ating mga anak. Ganon din po para sa atin. Pwede po tayo magpa-deworm, libre lang po sa health centers. Ang kailangan lang po natin gawin ay pumunta at manghingi sa kanila. So yun. What's wrong with having worms? In the Philippines, 1 in every 2 school children is infected with worms, affecting every social class. Worms are so widespread that some even believe that it is normal or even beneficial for children to have worms. Ayan. Sabi dyan, people with worms suffer from, number 1, of course, lack of nutrients. Bakit nagkakaroon ng lack of nutrients? Kasi imagine, instead na ikaw yung nag-absorb, kunyari, kumain ka, lahat ng kinain mo napunta sa tiyan mo. Dapat ikaw yung nag-absorb ng nutrients na yun. Pero dahil meron kang worms, sila yung nag-absorb ng nutrients na yun. Kaya, most people na meron pong worms ay nagkakaroon ng malnourishment or lack of nutrients. Yan. Next is poor performance in school. Of course, kapag ang bata ay nanlalata, di ba? Kulang sa nutrients. Kahit naman tayo matatanda, pag tayo nga nanlalata, di ba? O nanghihina, mahina talaga yung performance natin, di ba? Pati sa ating mga work. Ganon din sila sa kanilang school. Next is impaired mental and physical development in growing children. So, ganun. Siyempre, dahil tayo ay merong lack of nutrients, naapektuhan hindi lang yung ating physical na pangangatawan, kundi ang ating ding pag-iisip. Next is weakness and feeling tired. Of course, ganun po yun. It goes hand in hand, di ba? Kasi nga lahat ng dapat para sa'yo, imagine, lahat ng dapat ikaw ang nag-absorb, ikaw ang nagbe-benefit. Ang nagbe-benefit doon ay yung mga worms. Yan, di ba? Kaya sila yung mga lumalaki, yung lumulusog. Yan. Paano nga ba tayo nagkakaroon ng worms? Ayan. So, number 1, kung makikita nyo, cycle siya, di ba? Ibig sabihin, paulit-ulit siyang nangyayari. Ayan, number 1, how do I get worms? worm eggs and worms can be found in contaminated soil and water. So napakahalaga talaga na tayo ay umiinom ng clean and safe drinking water. Kasi doon siya primarily nakukuha sa maduming soil, lupa at sa tubig. Number 2, worms can enter the body in various ways. Number 1, directly into the mouth through dirty hands. Ayan. Siyempre, yung mga bata, lalong-lalo na kapag ka naglalaro sa labas o sa kung saan man, hindi maiwasan na makakahawak sila sa mga kung ano-ano, sa sahig, napapahiga sa sahig, tapos yung kamay nila ay napakadali lang isubo sa kanilang bibig. So, hindi nila alam na meron na palang worms doon sa kanilang mga kamay. Yeah. Number 2, through unclean and uncooked food that comes in contact with dirty fingers or flies or contaminated fields or fluids. So, napakahalaga din na we have to ensure na ang ating mga pagkain ay properly cooked. Hindi lang po worms ang may iwasan natin dyan, kundi napakarami pang ibang mga sakit. And lastly, through the skin when walking barefoot on contaminated soil. So, yung, di ba, akala natin yung tsinelas ay minsan parang pang-accessory, pero hindi. Protection talaga natin siya. Kasi kapag ka tayo ay barefoot o yung nakayapak, pwedeng na ma-absorb natin yung mga worms na nandoon sa soil. Ayan. Yung number 3 natin. So, yan, sabi dyan, once inside the body, the worm lays millions of eggs which exit the body together with the feces. So, kapag tayo, nasa loob na natin yung bulate, ayan, na dumarami siya. Diba? Nangingitlog din siya sa loob ng katawan mo. Tapos, kapag ikaw ay dumumi, sumasama yung mga eggs na yun sa iyong dumi. Ayan o, napupunta tayo sa number 4. An infected individual contaminates the soil with feces containing millions of worm eggs. The eggs spread through soil or water so the life cycle starts again. Di ba paulit-ulit siya? And napakahalaga doon sa number 3, kapag ang tao ay dumudumi, napakahalaga, di ba, na meron tayong proper toilet facility. Kasi maiiwasan natin na makakontaminate tayo ng ibang lugar. Yung mga tao na wala silang mga proper na toilet sa kanilang mga tahanan, yung binabalot lang sa dyaryo, tapos binabato sa kung saan, di ba, yung iba tinatapon sa ilog. So, nakaka-contaminate po yun, lalo na kung sila ay merong eggworms. Diba? So, paulit-ulit lang siya. So, ayan na nga, naglay na yung tao, nung dumumi siya, napunta dun sa contaminated soil. So, uulit lang ulit siya sa number 1. Diba? Kasi, ayun nga, life cycle siya, paulit-ulit siya. Kaya napakahalaga po na tayo ay nagpapa-deworm. Ayan, nakalagay dyan, how do I get rid of worms? Ayan, syempre number 1 ay deworming tablets. Ayan po ay ginagawa twice a year, gaya po ng nasabi ko. Hindi lang po ito para sa mga bata, kundi para rin po sa ating mga matatanda. Ayan, the medicine is called albendazole or mebendazole. Usually po ang binibigay namin sa schools ay albendazole. So itong gamot po, again, ang sinabi, gaya po ng nasabi ko, ay available po ito sa ating mga health centers. Kung ayaw niyo po sa health center, pwede rin po sa private doctors. Again, ito po ay twice a year. Yan. Both act by stopping the worm from moving, leading to its death. Ayan, yan po yung ginagawa ng gamot na yan. And next po, how safe is the deworming medicine? Ito po yung mga gamot na albendazole and mebendazole are generally safe. It is also safe to take for children with no worms in their body. Ayan. Sabi dyan, just like any other medication, allergies, skin rash, and itchiness may occur. This can be treated by taking anti-allergy medication. So, so far po sa lahat ng mga bata na na-deworm ko, I can say na libo-libo na po yung mga bata na na-deworm ko at ni isa po sa kanila ay walang nagkaroon ng side effects. Ganun po siya kasi I can say po, ayan. Next po is, why is deworming good for my learners? Getting rid of intestinal worms improves the general fitness and nutrition of the child, increasing the ability to fight other illnesses, and even improving school performances. Ayan, di ba, gaya nung nasabi ko kanina, kapag tayo ay may lack of nutrition, nanghihina tayo, feeling of weakness, poor performance, unable to focus on things, 'di ba? So kung ang bata ay walang worms, 'di ba? Imagine kung ano yung mga bagay na pwede niyang gawin. Kasi lahat ng nutrients ng mga kinakain niya, ng mga iniinom niya ay na-absorb niya, napupunta sa kanya. Ayan. The family also saves money from hospitalization in severe cases of worm infection. Siyempre, kung tayo ay pipigilan na natin na umabot pa sa point na may ma-hospital dahil lang sa mga bulate, di ba? Gawin na natin kasi ito po ay libre. Again, this is free sa ating po mga health centers dahil tayo po ay walang face-to-face classes. Pero sana pag bumalik po yung ating mga face-to-face classes, sana payagan na po natin at ma-reach natin yung target natin na 85% ng mga students ay na-deworm. Ayan. How can I prevent my learners from getting worms again? Of course, number 1 is deworm twice a year, gaya ng nasabi ko. Next is do not defecate in the open. So napakahalaga talaga na meron tayong proper toilet facilities and practicing of proper hygiene and sanitation. Next, wear slippers or shoes. Ayan, naulit na naman. Wash your hands with soap. Diba? Napakahalaga talaga ng paghuhugas ng kamay. Hindi lang nakaka-prevent ng virus or ng bacteria or whatever. Nakaka-prevent din siya ng worms. Pagkakaroon ng worms. Ayan. Next, lastly is wash vegetables and cook them thoroughly before eating. Kasi nga, gaya na nasabi ko, isa sa mga reasons ay not properly na cook na pagkain. So, napakahalaga na siguraduhin natin na lutong-luto yung mga pinapakain natin sa ating mga anak. So, yun lamang po. Sana marami po kayong natutunan sa discussion natin today tungkol sa wash in schools na ngayon ay tatawagin nating wins at home. So, again, ako po si Nurstin. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. And sabi nga dyan, clean hands are safe hands. So, yun lamang po. Stay safe po and God bless us all.
That was really a very informative and relevant discussion by our guest resource speaker. Talaga nga namang marami tayong mapupulot na knowledge about sa kung papaano natin maiiwasan ang COVID-19 kahit tayo ay nasa loob lamang ng ating mga tahanan. Truly Wins program is a big help to students like us. Kahit tayo ay nasa bahay lamang, we should know how to protect ourselves and also our loved ones. Kung kanina ay nabitin tayo sa ipinakitang hand-washing dance ng SPG officers, ngayon naman, narito ang iba pa nilang miyembro upang ipamalas itong muli sa atin ng atin nang mamaster ang dance craze. At para naman sa mechanics ng challenge na iyan, ating i-explain maya-maya lamang. Kaya, heto na ang SPG officers to show us once again how to do the hand-washing dance challenge.
Sa
Thank you, SPG officers. I think most of us are now ready for the challenge later. At this point, we will be hearing the message of the WINS coordinator in the high school department, none other than our hardworking Dr. Maria Fe El Milarios. Let us give her a virtual round of applause.
To our principal, Mrs. Dolores P. Oliveros, head teachers, master teachers, teachers, parents, and learners in the elementary and in the high school department, a pleasant day to all of you. The Wash in Schools program remain a very essential and relevant program of the Department of Education. We always believe that children do learn better if they have a healthy body and a safe and clean learning environment. This is basically the very reason why we have the Wash in Schools program. We want the TSIS learners to be healthy and free from diseases. In that way, they will be able to focus on their studies and excel academically. The pandemic highlighted the significance of the WINS program in providing students and pupils awareness on how they will be able to protect themselves from COVID-19. And this is through proper sanitation and correct hygiene practices. The focus of our webinar for this year would be on the two components of the Wash in Schools program, and this would be on sanitation and hygiene, specifically on health and oral hygiene. I would like to extend my thanks to everyone. I would like to thank you for being present in our webinar, and I'm looking forward to your continued support to all the programs and activities of the Wash in Schools program. So thank you very much, and let us all stay safe and healthy. God bless.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Milalios, for giving such a wonderful message. Nakakatuwa nga naman talaga that both students and parents of the high school department are really supportive of the WINS program. One proof of that is our fellow students are sharing their WINS practices at home through videos, pictures, and even through infographics, while the parents are sharing their resources for us to have the materials for our hand washing facilities, such as hand sanitizers, hand washing soaps, and so on and so forth. O diba? Nakakatuwa nga naman talaga. And for us to see the shared WINS practices at home of the TSIS students, let's watch this video.
It is very important that children at a young age should know how to take care of their body, and syempre, it includes how to take care of their teeth and how to practice oral healthcare. We are lucky that we have with us this morning somebody who can really teach us how to take care of our teeth. Sino pa nga ba, Trisha?
Tama, Fiona! Sino pa nga ba kundi isang dentist, di ba? Our next guest is a doctor of dental medicine. She graduated from University of the East College of Dental Medicine and has been practicing her profession for more than 15 years now, both here and in abroad. Actually, she's in abroad right now, but because di niya mahindian si Ma'am Milalios, she said yes pa rin. So to give us some oral healthcare tips, here is Dr. Maria Rosario Leano.
Hi and good day to everyone. I'm here to give you a short lecture on oral health and hopefully give you some effective insights on oral hygiene. So I hope that everybody will benefit from this short lecture today. And also, before I start with the discussion, I would like to extend my thanks to my sister, Dr. Maria Fe L. Milalios, for the opportunity given. And also, I would like to extend my regards to the respected school principal of Dandang Sora Integrated School, Madam Dolores P. Oliveros. As we all know, people are becoming more conscious of their health, and everybody wants to be physically healthy. But also, I think it's time for us to think that to be healthy, since our mouth is also connected to the rest of our bodies, we should also not neglect our oral health. Because to have a healthy body, you also need to have a healthy oral cavity. So what is oral hygiene? Now, oral hygiene includes all the processes for keeping the mouth clean and healthy. And good oral hygiene is necessary for the prevention of dental caries, periodontal diseases, bad breath, and dental problems. So why is oral hygiene important? Because as they always say, prevention is always better than cure. So good oral hygiene habits will keep away most of the dental problems that can possibly save you from toothaches and having to go through costly dental treatments. And the good news is, awareness regarding the importance of oral hygiene has significantly increased in most countries. But on the contrary, the modern dietary lifestyle also pose a greater risk for oral health. So what can be prevented when we maintain a good oral hygiene? Oral hygiene prevents dental caries, gingivitis, periodontitis, and halitosis. When we say dental caries, this is basically the tooth decay or the toothache that we experience, like most of us experience like once in our lifetime, or especially during childhood. Gingivitis is the inflammation of the gums, or when you notice bleeding during toothbrushing. Periodontitis is the inflammation of the supporting tissues of the tooth, like the bone and the periodontal ligaments, which can eventually lead to tooth mobility or tooth movement, which later on can also lead to tooth loss. And then halitosis is the scientific term for bad breath. So what are the basic steps for maintaining oral hygiene? So there are 6 steps that you can follow to keep a good oral hygiene. So I will mention each one now, and I will just elaborate it later on. First one is brushing your teeth. How often do you have to brush your teeth? They say at least twice a day, or let's say twice a day. But what if, let's say, in the middle of the day you ate something starchy or something sweet, and let's say something sticky that can get lodged between your teeth or in the grooves of your teeth? So does that mean you just have to limit your brushing twice a day? The answer is no, it should be after every meal. So we can say at least twice a day or after every meal. The next step for maintaining oral hygiene is to floss your teeth regularly. So I think most of you are familiar with the dental floss already, or most have seen a dental floss in the market. If not, the regular thread or the sewing thread that you have at home that you can use to remove food impactions in between your teeth. The next step for maintaining oral hygiene is proper diet. Next is interdental cleaning, then rinsing, and lastly is regular checkups. Okay, now we will start with brushing. Doctors and experts say that you should always use a soft bristled toothbrush because there are 3 types of toothbrush in the market. It can be soft, medium, or hard. Now, the soft bristled toothbrush will be the most effective one because you are not only just going to brush the hard structures or the tooth surface alone, but you will also be one way or another touching the gum tissue and using let's say. So going back to toothbrushing, what's the proper brushing method? So I mentioned the Bass technique. If you want to learn more about the Bass technique, you can also check it online. But just a short overview on what the regular brushing technique is. You should hold the brush at a 45-degree angle, and then you begin by brushing the outside of the front teeth, and then use a gentle back and forth motion. So again, you should be using a soft toothbrush to do this. And then next, brush the outside back teeth starting along the gum line, and then inside back teeth, use the short angled brush stroke. So going back to the flossing, so as you can see on, if you will check the diagram, you will be using about 18 inches of floss and then leaving an inch or 2 to work with. Then gently following the curves of your teeth. Be sure to clean beneath the gum line but avoid snapping the floss on the gums. So when you place it in between the teeth, make sure that you don't push it down to your gums too much because this will cause trauma on your gums. So the next step in proper oral hygiene is proper diet. So you should avoid foods that are high in sugar content. carbonated drinks because these are more acidic than non-carbonated drinks. And the reason why is because acidic or liquids with high acid content tends to dissolve the mineral content or the enamel surface of the tooth that can later cause sensitivity and could also eventually cause dental caries. And also under proper diet, you should avoid eating potato crisps and other sticky foods that can stay in the grooves or in the small cracks of the teeth. And then the next step for maintaining proper oral hygiene is to use interdental cleaning. Interdental cleaning can be through the use of two means. It can be through single tufted brushes. It looks like one large bristle that you can use to carry any gel in the pocket or any you can use in between the teeth to clean the spaces between the teeth. So if you haven't seen it, then you can try checking it online, or you can try going to the pharmacy and just ask for single tufted brushes, because this is normally recommended to those who are wearing braces or to those who are having orthodontic treatment. But fluoride rinses can help boost the strength of newly erupted teeth, so it's also encouraged to use mouthwash with fluoride. And also but before you use it, you should of course read through the manufacturer's recommendations, because for some people it's not advisable for them to have to use fluoride rinses. And then the next step for proper oral hygiene is to have regular dental checkups. So this is the last one and the most important. Your dentist regularly, then they can detect and prevent any problem before it starts on the tooth. So regular dental checkups are essential part of the dental hygiene, especially for the young people and the old alike, so both. So let's say you followed everything. What if I ask you, what are the signs that you have a good oral hygiene? So it's something that you can visibly see and smell. So basically, if you have good oral hygiene, your teeth will be clean and free of debris. Your gums will be pink and will not hurt or bleed when you brush or floss. And of course, you won't have any bad breath. It's not gonna be a problem. You can, because like in the morning when you wake up, then you will have morning breath. That's normal. But if you have dental caries, and if you have food debris, you have food lodge in between your teeth because you don't floss, for sure it will encourage or it will cause bad breath. So that finishes the lecture. Now I hope that somehow I was able to provide you some good information or some additional knowledge on proper oral hygiene. So with that, I thank you and have a good day.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rose. Sobrang useful po sa amin ng mga tips ninyo on how to take care of our teeth and how to practice oral hygiene. Pero alam niyo po ba na maliban pa sa health and oral hygiene, ang isa pa pong component ng WINS ay ang waste management and sanitation. Kaya naman kami bilang mga officers ng YESO o ng Youth for Environment in Schools Organization ay talagang nakasuporta sa mga gawain ng WINS. Kaya para paalalahanan tayo at para turuan na rin about proper waste disposal, narito ang nahalal na Pangulo ng YESO for School Year 2021-2022, our very young and fresh, Nicole B. Nombre.
Sa panahon ngayon na tayo nasa gitna ng pandemya, ay mas dumarami ang mga basura na bunga ng ating pang-araw-araw na gawain. Katulad na lamang ng mga bagay na pamproteksyon na ating ginagamit. Halimbawa na lamang ang face mask. Pero, paano nga ba ang tamang pagtatapon ng ating mga basura? Paano nga ba tayo makakatulong sa pagresolba ng ating problema tungkol sa labis na basura? Ano nga ba ang mga tamang pamamaraan? Lahat ng yan ay masasagot natin ngayon dahil ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon ay ang tungkol sa waste management.
What is proper waste disposal? Dito natin malalaman ang tamang pamamaraan sa pagtatapon ng ating basura. Ang mga basura ay nahati sa 3 kategorya sa pagsasagawa ng waste segregation. There are waste that can be recycled, biodegradable, and non-biodegradable waste. Pero paano nga ba natin malalaman kung ang isang bagay ay nabubulok o hindi nabubulok? Ang biodegradable o nabubulok sa Tagalog ay ang mga bagay katulad ng dahon, sanga, balat ng prutas at gulay, bulaklak at papel. Samantalang may mga bagay namang hindi nabubulok o non-biodegradable, tulad ng goma, plastic at bakal. On the other hand, we can recycle some of non-biodegradable materials like paper, glass, and plastic, and make a compost out of decaying materials. Compost refers to waste materials that are recycled as fertilizer. Pero ano nga ba ang kahalagahan ng proper waste disposal? Mayroong 3 uri ng pollution. At ito ay ang air pollution, land pollution, at water pollution. Proper disposal must be done to avoid harming the environment or causing harm to human health. In short, proper disposal can cause many positive results, not just to us humans, but also to all the living things in this world. Let's always mark in our minds the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle.
I hope all of you learned something from this discussion at sana'y magamit ninyo ang inyong mga natutunan. At tayo makiisa sa paggawa ng hakbang upang mas mabuti ang ating mundong ginagalawan. Patuloy nating pagyamanin ang ating kalikasan at matutong ito ay pahalagahan. Lagi nating tatandaan na nasa ating mga kamay ang susi sa pagbabagong ating hinahangad.
Thank you, Miss Nicole Nombre. And now, the moment we have been waiting for, the Family Hand Washing Dance Challenge. E-explain ko muna ang gagawin. So after this, we will be playing the official hand washing dance video, and all you have to do is to follow the steps. Since this challenge is for the family, dapat sama-sama kayo sa pamilya ang sasabay sa video. Actually, minimum of 2 family members lamang ito.
Tama, Trisha. Habang sumasayaw po tayo ay magbi-video po tayo for a few seconds lang naman or kahit 15 seconds lang, then upload the video on the comment section. Do not forget to include on the comment your grade and section. The Wins Committee will be selecting 3 winners from the comment section. And ang pinaka-exciting dito, Trisha, is that each of the 3 winners will be receiving a cash prize worth 300 pesos. Wow! Kung mapapansin natin, sasayaw lang tayo at makikilahok lang sa dance challenge na ito ay magkakaroon na tayo ng 300 pesos. Kokontakin po namin ang mananalo, basta huwag niyo lang pong kakalimutang ilagay ang inyong grade and section. Pero papaalalahanan ko po kayo dahil po ito ay Family Hand Washing Dance Challenge, ang minimum po na participants natin ay 2. Mas maraming sasabay sa dance challenge, mas maganda. Handa na po ba kayo? Handa ka na rin ba, Tricia, dahil ako ay handang-handa na. Inaanyayahan namin ang mga TSIS pupils, students, parents, teachers, at iba pang stakeholders na kasama natin ngayon. Halina at sumabay sa Wins Hand Washing Dance. Huwag kalimutang mag-video, makiindak, makisaya, at makilahok.
Mga braso at kamay, sabunin ang mga ito, pati ibabaw at pagitan. Paulit-ulit itong gawin kahit 20 segundo lang, panlawang mabuti at saka pahanginan. Itaas sa hangin ang inyong mga kamay, 1, 2, 3 at kumaway-kaway. Ganyan ang malinis na mga kamay, daan sa malusog at maunlad na buhay. Basain ng tubig mga braso at kamay, sabunin ang mga ito, pati ibabaw at pagitan. Paulit-ulit itong gawin kahit 20 segundo lang, panlawang mabuti at saka pahanginan. Itaas sa hangin ang inyong mga kamay, 1, 2, 3 at kumaway-kaway. Ganyan ang malinis na mga kamay, daan sa malusog at maunlad na buhay. Itaas sa hangin ang inyong mga kamay, 1, 2, 3 at kumaway-kaway. Ganyan ang malinis na mga kamay, daan sa malusog at maunlad na buhay.
Maraming salamat po sa inyong partisipasyon at mamaya aabangan namin ang inyong mga uploaded video dyan sa comment section. And to end our program, let us now welcome Mr. Eduardo C. Cruz, the Brigada Eskwela Coordinator for the school year 2021 to 2022.
Good day, everyone. As we all experience hard times because of the pandemic, one important thing to know is the proper hand washing. You all witness its importance to our health. We should continue practicing it in our daily lives to prevent diseases from spreading. Thank you for supporting WINS program as well as our Brigada Eskwela. Remember to promote sustainability of all the programs and activities of our beloved school. Thank you also for all the people responsible for making our activity a success, especially to our principal, Mrs. Dolores P. Oliveros, to our head teachers, master teachers, especially to our WINS coordinator, Dr. Maria Fe L. Milalios, to my fellow teachers, parents, and most especially to the students who actively participated in the said activity. Thank you, keep safe, and always have a clean hands.
Thank you, Sir Eduardo Cruz Jr. There you have it. Pupils, students, parents, teachers, stakeholders. Thank you very much for joining us today, and we are looking forward to seeing you again in the next webinar. Before we finally end this program, I would like you to remember this quote from Thomas Carlyle saying, "He who has health has hope, and he who has hope has everything." Thank you very much. Again, this has been Fiona May Chirica.
And I am Tricia May SU, signing off. Thank you so much for joining us today.